A righteous protection.
What is going on, fam? Alright, brand new something for you. First off, you're going to recognize what's going down if you follow me on Twitter, if you done paid attention to the past few uploads. Def Jam World War. So, every single character that we make for that game, I got a custom moveset for it. I have tried to build each person a style. You know, I give them a certain kind of style, a certain kind of flavor, so I've got something to build off of and build around, and not just have, you know, a gang of random moves everywhere and you just do this, do that with everybody. That's, you know, ain't no fun in that. One thing, I went back especially and went through the move sets of a lot of these guys that was on Def Jam Fight for New York. And there's a lot of just random moves, you know what I mean? There's no, ain't no line to it. So I wanted to make sure that that existed in these movesets, because that's very important. I wanted to have a good feel, a good flow to it. So we're going to start things off with, so far, my favorite moveset in this game. And that's the game. With him, his style, the style I developed for him, I call it Westcoast kickboxing. What you're going to notice, and the funny part is this moveset was like very similar to Brooks King's moveset, which, aside from a lot of the suplexes, it is similar strikes-wise. So, of course, you got some boxing in there. A lot to do with the knees especially. Couple of kicks, certain types of kicks in there that I wanted, not just a whole bunch of, you know, super kick party and stuff like that. But you'll notice throughout this moveset that there's a certain feel, and when you play it, you can feel it. You're like, oh yeah. And the more that y'all play these guys, and especially in these videos when I explain their style and what I built everything off of and what I built everything around, you'll start to understand it a lot more. And I definitely want feedback from y'all, you know, when you, whoever does, those of y'all that do play this, I want feedback, tell me what y'all think, how it feels, and all of that there. So, with the taunts, man, y'all know I can't stand taunts, number one. Hate having to do taunts. Number two, I didn't want everybody to have, you know, 1,000 taunts, so I wanted to be very streamlined. So what you see is, you know, for per location, you got one taunt, that's it. Now, you want to go put extra taunts in there, you know what I'm saying? That's your prerogative, that's your business. But for release, and for the sake of trying to get more done, because you can spend a lot of time at taunts. Oh yeah, custom attributes. Everybody's got custom attributes. Overalls are going to range from probably like 83 to 95 maybe. I think the highest right now is 93, I think. Alright, what's my bottom? Reversal offense, y'all got all this? Y'all got all that? Pin escape. Pretty much everybody got 100 on mic performance and got maxed out on environmental grapple, I think. Yeah, environmental offense, foreign object offense, everybody's maxed out. So that way when you're fighting backstage and whatnot out the ring, you know, everybody's equal in those regards. The crazy part about doing these movesets is y'all know I'm OCD about stuff. So there have been, I know for this one at least I did about 6 revisions. Because I would go through and I would be like, man, this feels better for this. And I switched out so much freaking stuff. But it came out to be well worth it in the end. Everybody's abilities are level 3. So there's that. This will be the only video that I'm spending this much time on. The rest of them will just be going through this, and I'll be, explaining the style of whoever it is we got. Gotta say, man, I am very, very, very excited about this project. Like, it's it's almost like I want to say a part 3 to the Def Jam series, but unfortunately we did have part 3. It was Icon, and that was I remember I rented that joint from Blockbuster and took it back. I rented it like in the early afternoon. I took it back that night. That game was garbage, man. Garbage, garbage, garbage. And the crazy part is, like, the whole turntable analog stick thing was kind of had a possibility of working, but just the way they integrated stuff, and yeah, that game was garbage. And one thing that bothers me is, like, everybody had the same style. Everybody was a kung fu karate master. Like, come on, I need something better. Not gonna see a whole bunch of different submissions. Like, what is for the leg is for the leg in both locations, or sometimes 3 locations, depending. I very much wanted these to be streamlined and not a lot of chaotic. Now, I mean, there's going to be some guys that will have a whole lot going on in their moveset, and it'll be by design. But I definitely don't want and didn't want every moveset to feel like that. Because the funny part about Fight for New York movesets was them jokers had, 10 front grapples and only like a couple back grapples. So I didn't want it to feel like that. Let me go ahead and tell y'all this before this video ends, because it's imperative, because I know y'all gonna ask. First off, if you don't have Twitter, I don't care if you hate Twitter, go make one and follow me at Big Righteous, because that's where this project is at. That's where you're going to see everything. You're going to see who's releasing what, when they upload it, all that. Go get on Twitter. Follow me at Big Righteous, and you'll see who all to follow. So that's number one, because somebody going to hit the comments, who's caused this and who's uploading it. I'm not going to, be on there in the comment section every day answering the same questions. You want to know about this project, get your behind on Twitter, and you can learn all about it. So, let me know when y'all use this moveset, man. And y'all get this awesome call that my homie made. Let me know how you feel about it, how you like it, man. So, you know what it is. Hold up, before I sign off, did I get everything? Want to make sure, because y'all know typically we just go straight through. Yeah, I believe that's about it. I ain't explain much about the SIGs and the finishes. With him, I definitely like these SIGs and finishes. Feel good. They feel correctly placed. Another thing, SIGs and finishers specifically, is I tried to keep the one, like one move but with different variations for some of the guys. So like the last ride, you got the standing version and the sit-out version. So I try to keep them a little more streamlined, not just a whole bunch of gang of 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 more, So keep that in mind. But like with Game, he's actually got 4 separate, even though they're all strikes. So they still kind of follow that same line. Anyway, think I covered all of that. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, man. Get up on this project. This joint is flames, for real, man. It is going to be a real great experience, man. So do that. Y'all know what it is. Keep it real. Live righteous.